Hey family, so this is our next Noble Disney family update. Hope everybody liked the teaser trailer that I did. I did it in iMovie on my Mac. I was really excited about it. I thought it was really cute. I didn't even know I could do trailers and stuff like that, so that was cool. If you don't have a Mac, get a Mac. Obviously, I'm excited. I, the trip's not even for 5 more months, and I'm just like, woo, teacups. I wanted to do this update to talk about cost effectiveness and just some things that were brought up in the group and encourage you to really take advantage of this group that we have here on Facebook. Some of you are and some of you aren't, and it's always good to have this as a resource. Facebook is awesome for this kind of stuff. The first thing about update on the trip. So the dates have changed. We're not doing it the 13th through the 20th. We're doing it the 6th through the 13th. It was better for a lot of people. We had originally set those dates because of school schedules and things like that, just trying to make sure we could get the most people. But as it turns out, earlier in the month, that's even better. It's just going to work out better for everyone, and also for Grandma and Grandpa. Grandma and Grandpa were struggling with if they were going to go or not, and we all love them so much and wanted them to be a part of this. So that was another reason for the move, because I want them to go. There's no telling when we can do this kind of trip again, if ever. This is really, really important, and we haven't. We did this in 2012. I never feel that we took great advantage of that trip for photos, spending time together, and that's what I want this trip to be. I'm just really spearheading this to try and get it to be a great family experience for all of us, where the most people are accommodated and we have a great time. Those were the reasons for the date change. There's still no word on lodging. The one thing that I will say, regardless of how the lodging situation comes out, because I know Grandma and Grandpa are getting their timeshare, but I have no information on if they can book more than one room. What I'm telling the family is, don't count on it. Don't sit there for the next 5 months thinking, I don't have to save money for a room. I have booked several rooms at the Travelodge International Inn, which is actually right around the corner off Orangewood from where Grandma and Grandpa will be staying, because they're staying at Dolphins Cove, and it's right around the corner, right next to Denny's. I've booked several 2 queen bed, non-smoking rooms. They have refrigerators, microwaves. They're very clean, very nice. Maria and I stay there all the time. They're very affordable. I was able to get these rooms at a rate of about $63 a night, $60 a night, which is really good for being right off South Harbor. For the week, for the full 7 days, it's going to be about $500. I mean, that's like the cost of one night at the Grand Californian Hotel. That will kind of put it in perspective. You're getting a whole week's stay at Travelodge. So that's not bad at all. And it's right there. It's right up the street. It's 2 blocks away from Disneyland. You can walk to Disneyland from here if you want to walk. If you're lazy, you can drive, and you can do the Anaheim Regional Transit, which is very cheap, very affordable. Some of us do have free parking because annual pass holders, so if we need to carpool, me ride with one person. If you have AAA, you get free parking. If you have ARP, you get free parking. Keep that in mind as far as the parking and transportation goes. So that's where we're going to be staying. If you want in on that, let me know. I've got them booked. What I want to do is have a family meeting at the end of April, beginning of May, to kind of solidify everything. So if you're going to be staying at the Travelodge, that would kind of be the time when I need to know, and that's also when we'll know more about any other options available to us as far as lodging goes. For right now, keep that in the back of your mind. It's $500. If you want to be a part of it, let me know, and I'll make sure you have a room. So yeah, so that's what's happening with lodging. Transportation to and from the park, the 6th and 7th are going to be basically transportation days. Not really planning on going to the park those 2 days, focusing more on transportation. So you don't have to rush to get there on the 6th. I know some people work on the 6th, which is a Saturday. You don't have to worry about that. We're pretty much looking at transportation days. Carpooling for some might be an option, so if you'd like to help split cost of gas and things like that, that may be an option. I'm not saying that for sure. It might be every man for himself, but carpooling may very well be an option. But the expectation, of course, would be splitting cost of gas. Gas prices are very, very low right now, so I foresee them being low for a while, which is great. That was not the case back in 2012. As far as food goes, we didn't really take advantage in 2012 when we were at the timeshare of the kitchens and things like that. Whether there's multiple rooms or it's just Grandma and Grandpa's room, I've talked to him about this. We don't want to be eating at the park every day because that gets expensive. I mean, I'll definitely be eating Plaza Inn, and that's going to happen. And if you have questions about where the cheap places to eat in Disneyland are, I can help you with that as well. But we're going to be planning on bringing stuff. So if Julie had mentioned she's bringing snacks, I encourage you all, bring sandwiches, bring chips, bring fruit, vegetables, whatever you want to bring, water, bring it all, because we're going to have lots of fridge opportunities to store stuff. I think that's just what we would want to do, because Disneyland does allow you to bring out snacks and bottled water and food. For dinner, maybe we'll go eat at Plaza Inn and I'll throw down some money for that. But for breakfast and lunch, I just want to bring my own stuff. I want to bring a banana and a sandwich. We can all do that. We can coordinate, all of us. Maybe we'll do a picnic one day. Maybe one day, because they have a picnic area. They always talk about it when you're on the train. Go to the Mickey Mouse picnic area. Blah, 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 blah. We can go have a picnic at Disneyland. There's no reason why we can't. I think that would be awesome. Keep that in mind when you're thinking about cost of food and things like that. That's stuff you can start getting in advance. Also, bottled water. Maria and I always bring bottled water. You never want to buy bottled water and snacks at the park. I mean, I love a churro. I will pay money for a churro because they're freaking good, okay? They're good at Disneyland. It's a guilty pleasure, but I really try to avoid is like pickles and the fruit and stuff like that, and bottled water there, because a bottle of Dasani is like $3.50. For $3.50, I can get a pack of Dasani water, So bring bottled water. If you do or if you don't, bring a bottle like this. You can get them anywhere, Target, whatever. I think you can even get them at like Dollar Tree. Mine's Star Wars because that's awesome. But you can get them. They're insulated. They hold onto the cold really well. They got little hooks and stuff. You can put them in purses, backpacks, everything. And you can put your bottled water in here to keep it cold. Another thing, sometimes if you're bringing multiple bottles of water, you can get a locker if you want to pay that. Or if a couple people want to go in on a locker together, bring a little cooler. Throw about 6, 7, 8 bottles of water in there with ice packs. Put it in the locker. That way, midday, when your water is gone from your backpack or whatever and you're parched, don't go buy a $3 bottle of Dasani. Go to your locker and grab some ice cold water right from there. Another option, if you're bringing something like this, Disneyland at pretty much everything but the food carts, but every restaurant and cafeteria style restaurant in Disneyland offers free ice water. You just go up, say, "Can I have ice water, please?" And they will give it to you, no cost. So what I tend to do, I'll go up there when I'm ordering food for Maria and I. "Can I get a couple of cups of ice water, please?" Or even if you're not even eating there, you can go up to anywhere. Even if you're not paying a dime, you can still ask for ice water. What do? Put it in here. It'll stay cold for hours and it's free. So if you're one of the people that don't want to bring bottled water, that's expense you don't want to make, you can do this, and that is also free. So again, bringing in free snacks. I want to have picnic days and things like that where we're eating on the cheap. There will be times, there's going to be at least one. I want everybody to plan for one family meal together. That's why we have the poll in the group. It looks like the Big Thunder Ranch is winning. I can tell you that if we go there for lunch or dinner, it's going to be about $20. So that's what you're going to be spending here. So save at least $20. I think at the most it's $25. Save that because we're going to have at least one family dinner together. Or lunch. Outside of that, you're on your own. If you want a group, meet up and have lunch or dinner or whatever, that's fine. The good thing about the Big Thunder Ranch is it's all you can eat. It is family style. They literally bring out buckets and buckets of food. Cornbread, chicken, ribs, sausage, mac and cheese, beans, buckets and buckets and buckets. Definitely going to get your $20 worth. That's a kind of thing that I want to mention about food and stuff. We are definitely planning on bringing stuff. We're going to do Costco runs. We're going to get bread. We're going to get lunch meat and things like that. And it's going to be eaten. In 2012, we brought a lot of that stuff and it wasn't eaten. I don't want that to happen. That was a waste of money for a lot of people. That was dumb. Let's eat the food that's being brought. And anything else on the side, wonderful. There are a lot of things to do at Disneyland on the cheap. Pin trading is one of them. You can go on eBay, Amazon, and you can get cheap pins. Some of them are fake, some of them are real. You can watch YouTube for, how to spot fake ones or whatever. Generally, Disneyland will not tell you no if you go to pin trade. Pin trading is free, by the way. So if you have pins that you want to trade, it's just a fun thing to do. You can go up to any cast member and they will trade with you. So if you see one on their little lanyard or whatever that you like, you can pin trade. I'll do a blog post actually on my blog about pin trading. But this is something, I mean, you can get a bag of these, like 50 of them for like 10, 15 bucks. And then they deliver them to you, and then you can bring these to Disneyland, stuff them in your backpack, and, oh, I want to pin trade with you. Whoop! And it's free. So, and then you can have your little lanyard and stuff like I do and Maria does. So there are some free things to do at Disneyland. The only thing that you basically pay for is food. And food can be done very cheap. So for those of you who are struggling financially or have a lot of concerns or questions, I just want to kind of throw this out there to encourage you that we're going to try and do this as much on the cheap as possible. It's a week-long thing, and I want to make sure we're doing things that are free. We're not going to be going to Disneyland every day. There are going to be some days where we go somewhere else. We go to Hollywood, or we do something where we just drive around and just being each other's company, and that's free. Keep that in mind. Also, in this group, if you have questions, if you have concerns, throw them in here. Collaborate. Let's get together as a family, and if you haven't commented in here before, please comment. If you have any questions or anything, let's start a dialogue. If you have a great idea, like, I love that picnic idea, let's do it a couple times. Okay, let's talk about it. We want to do, I don't know. Throw it in here. I don't want the group to be just, me posting, a bunch of informational stuff about our trip. I want it to be let's come to a general consensus on things to make this affordable. If some of you are just like, Dustin, I just can't afford the gas. I can cover food, I can cover tickets, but gas is going to throw me over. Okay, let's talk about carpooling. Hey, I have a little extra money. I'll throw a gas card at you. I don't know. I'm just saying there are things that can be done to help one another out. And so if you have a concern, please throw it in here. You're not on your own. We're not just all going to meet and be like, hey, family, goodbye. This is a group thing. We're doing this as a group, and I want everybody to be a part of it. So if you have a concern, please ask. Regardless of how ridiculous you may think it is, even if it's bottled water. I can't afford bottled water. Okay, I can. I know mom and dad probably can. They go to Costco and get bottled water like a ridiculous amount. We can figure something out. If you need a little help with bottled water, we'll throw a little bottled water your way. If you need help with tickets, I get a discount through Apple of tickets. When we do our family meeting in April, May, I'm going to be getting a show of hands. Who wants to get tickets through me, or are you doing your own thing? You got your own discount or whatever. So there are discounts here, and I want to throw out that kind of stuff here in this group. So keep that in mind. We've got 5 months to go, but I just want to make sure that everybody has this in the back of their head, and if there is a concern that comes up along the way that might deter you from coming, please throw it in here. Please ask. Please state what's going on so we can all talk about it and figure out a solution, because the idea is I want as many people there as possible, because, again, don't know when we're going to be able to do this again, if at all. Who knows? Who knows what the future has? And so these things might get a little bit more difficult. Let's try for one last hurrah. Anyway, that's the update for today, and we'll see you guys soon, and have a good day.